Over to descend to labia majora, uterus is the answer. What are the contents of the inguinal canal in the female? You can do that. And this is the round ligament, yes. So now, you see this picture over here? This is a straightforward picture. I'm telling you that blue color is from the paramesonephric duct. And the mesonephric duct is obliterated. So you can see epiporon, periporon is there. And here is the Gardner. So you can see the Gardner duct. It could be cyst, Gardner cyst. Often it is there. And the other part is clear to you that ovarian ligament and the round ligament of the uterus. This is the inguinal canal. So absolutely clear. And where it is ending up is the labia majora. Is very clear? Yes. Wonderful. So derivatives of the mesonephric, paramesonephric duct. So you can see the mesonephric duct forms the vas deferens, seminal vesicles and ureter in male. It disappears in the female except the ureteric bar. Yes. Say yes. Yes. Okay, good. Paramesonephric duct on the other hand forms the fallopian tube, uterus and very upper part of the vagina, the duct obliterates in the male. Yes. Okay. Now I'm talking about the outside, okay? So do step by step. Vagina starts as an outgrowth of urogenital sinus as tubercle, little bit, and it forms the plate. Did I say that? Yes. And is incorporated into the lower part of the paramesonephric duct, forming the uterus and the fallopian tube. Vaginal plate is hollowed to allow the vaginal orifice. The lower part of the plate is called the hymen. Everything is described? Yes. Okay, very clear. And this is the picture again showing you the same thing. You can see the plate. Originally it is the solid structure, then it is hollowed upon. And when it is hollowed, the liquid part going outside, which is the hymen. And it is only a membrane. It is not a tough membrane, it is only a small membrane. Solve the puzzle. What are the derivatives also again and again, because these are the questions I will be asking. Don't tell me that I did not discuss this. What are the remnants, this, again and again I'm asking, okay? So, what are the derivatives of the urogenital sinus in the male? Urethra and the bladder.
Prostate.
And the prostate. Very good. The prostate is also coming from the urogenital sinus. In the female?
Vagina, lower part, and
the lower part of the vagina. Okay. So develop on the external genitalia. So, sorry.
What's the male vagina?
What is the?
There's a question. What's the male vagina?
Oh, the male vagina. Tell me. Who can tell? Prostatic uterus. Prostatic uterus. Because there is a parameter. I'm coming to that. I will answer all questions. Let me complete it. Okay. Now. At the outset I started like this. Remember this? Hey, listen. I said that genital tubercle, then genital fold, which is swelling basically. The scrotum or the labia major, is that okay? Yes. Sometimes some books write genital swelling. I was not incorrect. Okay? Sometimes they call. And urethral fold or the urethra or the genital fold is basically urethral fold, the labia minora. Okay? But in the male, it is forming the penile part of the urethra. So now, if you see this structure, and this structure is shown around 6 weeks. Around 6 weeks, beginning of the 7th week, but not beyond 7th week. So you cannot differentiate male and the female. Male and female start like this. You know my diagram. So under the influence of the testosterone, or in the absence of that, now it will be differentiating beyond 7th week. So by 10th week, a complete scrotum is formed. So that's the time you should do the ultrasound. The penile part is a little bit more, so you can see the phallus, or whatever you call, that is more apparent. You can see that now is a tubercle only. And this is just the swelling part over there, and this is the urethral fold over there. Now if you see that, this fold is, making it. So it is a male baby is forming over there, because the urethral fold is crossing. A nice picture, so this you can do by yourself. You can see that it closed over here in the male, now it's clear? In the female it remains like this. It's not closing. Okay? But the concept, some the students who are always thinking about that the urethra is inside the scrotum, it feels like it's not, but then it's pushed up. pushed up and going up. You can see the moment it is growing up, you can see this growing up, this one, the tubercle is growing, this is also pushed up over there. And this is exactly the same external genital male and the female shown over there. Development of the urethra. Okay, so you can see the most the male and the female is coming from the urinator sinus. Urinary blood is also developed from the urinator sinus. Now here is the male and the female. If you see this, it's very difficult to identify with the male and the female. So it will differentiate in a month time. Like you were talking about this one is again around 6 weeks, 7th week, you will see that. But 8, 9, 10, it will be nicely formed. That if it is a male, a nice male is there, a female, a nice female, which means that it is not crossing over, the tubercle is increased or decreased inside. But what is the problem over there is this is the problem. This is the problem is the hypospedia. Now you can understand why I said it starts from here. Like you feel like the urethra is inside the scrotum, isn't it? You feel like?
Yeah.
Actually it is not closer. It is stopped closing over there. These are 3 different variety. One is more common over here, also common. This is the rare one, but it could be over there. But you can fix it. This is the hypospedia, so you can understand how the urethra is forming. Urethra is forming because of the urethral pore, which is basically in the female is the labia minora, but when it grows, that is the urethra is forming from there and is going pushing up. So you can see that female external genitalia. Now I leave this thing. This is my last 2-3 slides, and you are almost there, so I'm right on time. Very important that in the USMLE people are using now this terminology, DSD, which is a very simplified term, developmental sex disorder. People stay away from the word hermaphrodite. Now, if any faculty, anybody is talking in front of you, okay, you can correct them, okay, so that this is the older terminology. Alpha student should use this terminology. This is the new terminology come in the new edition of your book. Before I come, I make sure that what I'm talking is there in the textbook properly. Okay, the gene expression, this and that has to be very recent one. So that anybody is talking about the the ambiguous genitalia or hermaphrodite, because this terminology some people don't like anymore. Okay, so you should not use it. Your terminology will be DSD. Now, there are 3 varieties I've proposed to you today. The first one is the rarest of the rare. We call is a true hermaphrodism or the true developmental sex disorder when a boy or a girl is born, or I cannot say boy or a girl for the time being, because that little kid has both ovary and the testis. It's a very abnormal situation. How it is produced, you can go back to the book, but the rarest of the rare, and I feel that you should not be worried about that. But what I'm saying is, that is the true problem, because it is neither a boy nor a girl, it's a 50-50. You understand? Because it contains both ovary and so it is called is written over there, is the ovotesticular, both tissues are present. You are concerned about the second 2. The first one is the 46, and you can see that it is the XY DSD. XY DSD means that it is a male. It is a male, but it does not look like male. The reason is the penile part is very small. It looks like a clitoris, or the folding is not there under the influence of the testosterone. So what will happen is that it looks like a vaginal orifice. So it looks like a female, and therefore we call as the gonadal dysgenesis, partial or incomplete, androgen synthesis defect, 5-alpha reductase deficiency. This is a problem for the little kid who is supposed to be male, looks like a female. So therefore I said that do not hand over to the parent saying that do you have a female or you have a girl. Okay? I it in the question. Hang on. I'll come back. On the other hand, if you have a 46XX, which is genetically is a female, but because of the extra testosterone is producing from the adrenal cortex, okay, so then what will happen is the vaginal wall will be closed because it looks like a scrotum and the the clitoris is more increased in size, looks like a penile part. So now it looks like a boy. Genetically, it is the 46XX. You can see that. But it is the 46 ESD. So you can understand the problem. Now the problem is over here. The next slide will tell you the detailing of this. Not this one. This is, you have done it already. And you can see that, let's do this. I put it for you. What is the problem over here? So what is the answer to this? Which is the accept? Answer to me, hurry up. The patient with 5 alpha reductase deficiency has the following features except. The following features except. Fallopian tube is the correct answer. You understand that? With the fallopian tube should not be there. If it is a male. Seminal vesicle, vas deferens, testicles, not the fallopian tube. So it is a problem of the hormone. Not problem of the mesonephric duct or the paramesonephric duct. This you have done it already earlier. Adrenal hyperplasia. You can see in this one. Look at this. This is a female. This is a female. But when you are handing over, does it look like a female? No. It looks like a male. So you are excited because you delivered the baby very nicely. You know, oh, I have done the greatest job. You put it like this way. But you did the wrong thing. You are telling this is a male baby. It's not a male baby. It's a female. So only thing is, feel over here whether the testis is there or not. Now, this is a warning time for all of you. And last slide. Nothing. But because you are an Alpha student, you should be proud that we have given you these 2 slides. This is a very ethical problem. Think about in the family. Think about your friends' family. Think about that. You know them very seriously. If they experience this kind of problem, gender assignment, what to say to the parent, it will wake you up. One day you are second-year student, the 3rd, 4th, 5th internship, you are by yourself. Either you start practice or do the residency program, do whatever. Most of the time you are by yourself. And if you experience this thing, these are the things will wake you up. That should we do the surgery right away? The surgery sometimes doesn't help because genetically it's a male baby or genetically it's a female baby. Psychological, I know a problem with one of my friends' family. That lady committed suicide because they gone to the surgery, they could not correct it properly. So when the lady was in the 26 or 25, could not take anymore and commit suicide. So this thing can happen, and you are the person. So that's what the first thing is. The counseling is needed. Make sure that you take it very seriously. And I put it over here again. The genetic counseling can do a couple of everything over here. I thank you very much for attending this thing.